Well, it's a dry, blustery day here at the racecourse ground for the Battle of the Robins. The visitors, of course, today, Bristol City, who also hold the same name as our own beloved Wrexham. Quite a few changes in the Wrexham lineup today. Unfortunately, there's some bad news for Martin Chalk, who's had to go to America as his father's been taken ill. So that's had a change round in the side, but Wrexham will still play the 4-4-2 system. Andy Marriott in goal, Mark McGregor, Jonathan Cross, Wayne Phillips, and a return for Tony Hughes, who captains the side again today. Brian Carey, Craig Skinner, Gareth Owen, Carl Connolly, Dean Spink, who scored 4 goals already this season, and Dave Brammer, and that will make the Wrexham lineup. But our own Dean Spink hopefully can do the business at the other end. Immediately there's room for Skinner, and it's just outside the box. Tony Hughes shouting instructions from the back, as you would expect. Captain's role. Oh, good flick on. Wouldn't fall for Skinner though in the end. Another opportunity. Oh, and again, looking for the ball through. But Brammer just couldn't squeeze it past the Bristol defender. Skinner. That'll fall harmlessly, unfortunately, to a Bristol defender, and they try and open it wide. This is Tinsdale. Good work from Gareth Owen. And then what can McGregor set up? In fact, he turns it back to Carey. And gets another opportunity. Header from Connolly, directed to Skinner. Unable to break down that side, so look for other opportunities. Spink holds off well. Good running from Hardy. Connolly with the turn. Spink's there. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Dean Spink scores his 5th goal of the season. And it was supplied from Carl Connolly. So Dino does it. Oh, that's put a smile on the home fans' faces. A great way to start the day. And Wrexham looking to close down and force the errors, and that's exactly what happens. McGregor. Spink's in the middle with his arm up. Good play from the midfield. Oh, now there's an opportunity. Brammer, he does well. Oh! It just turned behind by Phil Tinsdale. Great run from Brammer. And all the rule books and all the coaching manuals tell you to come across the face of the goal, and that's exactly what he did. Corner to Wrexham. So Tinian will take the free kick for City. And Gota's there. Oh, great save. Saw it coming all the way, did Andy Marriott. But again, the danger man, Gota, got in before Tony Hughes. Connolly does well. And gets the return. Oh, good running here from Owen. Now, surely that's a penalty. Well, once again, the referee says it's outside the box. Great run from Gareth Owen. And the referee said it's a yard outside the box. Well, there's been no real arguments from the players, but in my view, that was, the challenge was certainly in the area. Anyway, it's a free kick. Dave Brammer's there. So is Owen. Brammer hits it. Oh, and a great save. And that was going some as well. Superb strike from Dave Brammer. And Keith Welsh was equal to it. Corner to Wrexham. Tinsdale will take it. Connolly. Good work from Tinian, who's won the ball back for Bristol. Gota leaves it. And then he plays a ball out to Matt Hewlett, but he must have been a yard offside. Connolly turns well, looking for the run of Phillips. Wayne Phillips looking for support. Oh, looking for an opportunity to cross, and he gets one. And Connolly's there, and so is Sping. That was a gem of a cross. Took his time. Turned, and Wayne Phillips delivered what could have been a killer blow. Some defending to do. Ball comes over the top, he's at the back there, and it's off the line. It's not crossed the line. Torpy was causing all sorts of problems, and there was a player on the line. I couldn't see it was. I think it was Hardy. But certainly City have come out the second half and are making a game of it. Now then, Connolly is 2-on-2. Support from Brammer. Connolly does well. He's got Brammer out to his left, but stubbed his toe a little as he tried to take the shot. Certainly livened up. Today's attendance has been issued as 3,646, and they're watching a very entertaining game. And City are trying everything to get back into it. Oh, now then, Gota, he's away. Brilliant save. He may get another opportunity. The claims of a penalty. Andy Marriott, what a start. Connolly. Watkins battling well. Oh, that's good work from Owen, but equally better work from Tinsdale. But Owen gets the better of him in the end. Now then, Watkins. Oh, and he's decided to play it further forward. Strike from Wayne Phillips in the end, as Keith Welsh has to turn it away, and that's the best chance that we've had in this second half. Ball swings in. Oh, good work again from the Wrexham midfield. And Phillips is brought down by Steve Torpey. And that's what happens when you get an attacker in a defensive position. Connolly takes it quickly. Oh, now then, what a magnificent goal. What more can you say? Steve Watkin eventually heads the ball into the back of the net. Brilliant move from the set piece, and Watkin with a flying header. And the cry beneath me is make it count, and that's the best way to answer it. Watkin again trying to find space. Connolly's in there. So is Jones. Oh, and it was driven to the near post. And keeper does well. No offside. Goater's away. 1-on-1. Oh, and again Marriott. What a start. The Wrexham defence looked at the linesman long and hard. No offside was given. Andy Marriott had to make it count, and he did. Good work again from Owen. He's been all over the park this afternoon. He's his opposite number, as Bristol tried to find Torpey again. It seems to be the message. This is Bell. Oh, now then, this time Goater's done it. Good run from Bell. And Goater pulls one back for Bristol City. It was always a danger. Now we've got to keep our heads. Torpey looking for support and finds it in Tinsdale. This is Goodridge. The cross comes in. Goater's at the far post. And it's off the line. And eventually off the line again by Marriott. And City are certainly a different side than they were in the first half. Today's man of the match has just been announced, and it's the guy that's just about to take the corner, Gareth Owen, and I think he's had a magnificent game today. Oh, now then, oh, it's off the line. It was Jones with a header, and it was off the line by Bell. 2 minutes now over the 90. And eventually City win it back. But they don't go far. Watkins made a run. Ball took a deflection on its way through. Connolly. He's got a player to the left. He has, and it's a great strike, and it's just wide. Dave Brammer. And the City defence were caught on that occasion as they tried to push up. Well, Dean, it was a bit of a battle in the end, but 3 points, very valuable.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I thought we started really well. We got forward, playing up front with Carl, you know, supplying them with goals. Can't ask for any more.
It was a shame about the back injury that took you off at half-time, or just after half-time, but up to then, you looked to be dominating the game. Yeah, it was good. I mean, as you got into the game, you know, I think we took over more. And second half, you know, it was just a bit unfortunate for me. My back stiffened up and I had to come off. But I thought Steve Watkin come on, and he done just as well. Yeah, I was just going to say to you about Steve Watkins' goal, but let's talk about your goal first. That's got to be one of the goals of the season from a build-up point of view. Yeah, that's what the people are talking about. I mean, there's a lot of play, you know, building it up. Then it went out wide to Carl Connolly. Carl Connolly flicked a great ball over, and I've hit it on the volley up over the top of the keeper. Did you get to see Steve's goal? No, never. I was still sitting in the bath. Oh, a shame, really. But the 3 points is more important than anything, really, than individual performances, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's very important, especially with the last two games. You know, the Blackpool, the Wigan. I think it's, you know, we can start from now and build on it. And the crowd got behind you early today.
Yeah, they did, got right behind us. I think it helps as well. You know, it proved today what it can actually do for you.
Well, is your injury going to keep you out for long, or are you going to be able to recover quickly for the next game?
I hope I can, you know, recover really quickly. Obviously, I'll rest the weekend and go in Monday, see the physio, and hopefully, you know, it'll settle down.
Well, do speak. Thanks for talking to us, and I'll hope you get better soon and get back on that scoring sheet.
Cheers, thanks very much. You ready?
Peter Ward, we're watching it from the sidelines. It's 3 well-deserved points.
I think so. It was really hard work though. They're not a bad team, Bristol, you know, but the lads stuck at it and got the 3 points.
Think that could be a turning point now?
I hope so, you know. But look as if we've got a few knocks, but hopefully they'll be all right because we've got a week's rest next week and looking forward to next Saturday, I think, away at Luton.
It made it very difficult near the end, didn't they? I mean, apart from Carl's goal, really, would have been struggling.
Yeah, it was a good. Well, both goals were excellent today from us, I think. I mean, they're a very difficult team, you know. And they're going to be up there at the end, and hopefully we're going to be up there with them.
On a personal point, how long before we'll see you back in action?
Next week, I hope. You know, it's been too long already, but I'm going to put in some extra training next week, and hopefully I'll be all right for next Saturday.
What's it like actually watching a game from the sidelines rather than playing it?
It's frustrating, like being up there, because the person in front of us kept turning around and saying, "Will you stop kicking my chair?" But you know, I'm sitting with the lads, like, and you feel for the lads, like when they're out there, you know, and things aren't going well. But today we played quite well, I thought.
Just another note. I had a chat with you before the game about this internet thing. Are you going to explain this to us?
Oh no, it wasn't. About 2 years ago, my brother-in-law had this idea, like he's interested in computers, fancy putting something on the website. So we got together and kept a few articles, you know, from his Stockport days and that. He put a few things down on paper and he said, "What do you think of that?" I said, "Oh, go ahead and put it on." So it's on the Sunderland internet, I think, and because he does the internet for the Sunderland Football Club. So he put a page on for me, like, and we're going to add to it next week. Next time I get up the North East, we're going to sit down and put a bit more on, you know, so it should be interesting.
Have you actually seen the Wrexham webpage?
No, I haven't, no. Wait, I've got my computer at home, but I'm not into the internet at the moment, you know.
I thought you were going to say you're not intelligent enough to use it yet.
Why, that's about it. I have to get the kids to switch it on, you know. The kids are better than me, but I just seem to get into the game. That's all I can find at the minute.
So back to football. You're looking forward to trying to push yourself back into the side next week?
I am, yeah. It's been 2 weeks now. It's longer than I expected, but it seems to be coming along then. A few days I feel a bit sore, but after this weekend's rest, hopefully Monday I'll be ready to train and push myself forward for next Saturday.
Well, good luck. We hope to see you soon.
Yep, thank you, Peter.
Thanks, so Luton Town line up with forward Phil Gray, their £400,000 signing. And Wrexham have a job on this afternoon against a team that just missed out in the playoffs last season. Their last home game against Stockport, ending in a 1-1 draw. Easily cleared. Wrexham come away. Connolly. Searching ball forward. Nobody there for Wrexham to pick it up. It's a good run from the number 10. Nobody's closed him down. Could be a strike on. Oh, he's at the post. Stuart Douglas with a shot. Marriott beaten, but post came to his rescue. Good run from Douglas. Jiggle with a big kick forward. Touch of head tennis. Eventually it's forward. Wrexham pick it up. Hooked in. Oh, and it's gone in! Dave Brammer with the touch. And Wrexham have taken the lead against the Hatters. Dibble could do nothing about it. Again, it's a midfield battle that Wrexham win. Spink's on his way. Holds the ball well. Again, we've got to cross it. Oh, there's a mistake. And Connolly! It's 2. And Carl Connolly has struck for the Robins. It's 2-0. Good work initially from Spink.
Cross came in from Skinner. Terrible defending, and Connolly murdered it. Corner to Luton. Cross comes over. Oh, and it's gone in. I didn't quite see who that was. I think it was Steve Davis. A wicked cross. He got his head to it. And Luton are back in it. Skinner holding off the defenders. Can't quite get his cross in. Now he can. Owen Dibble does well. With a good cross from Skinner. Connolly couldn't get to it on that occasion, but he picks it up. This is Spink. Connolly. Phillips is arriving. This is Phillips. Good save from Dibble. And again. And he can't put it away. Now he can get the cross in. But Dibble's there again. Well, 3 attempts he had at it. And Dibble did well on that occasion. Wrexham with the corner. Oh, and it's off the line. And there was all sorts of problems in the Luton defence. Spink with a header. And he managed to scramble it away in the end. Corner to the Robins. Dave Bramwell will take it on this near side. The big men arriving from the back. In comes the ball. Dibble gets his fist to it. Again, there's all sorts of problems. Again, it's like a pinball machine in there. And eventually, the Hatters get it away. Again, the searching ball forward. Phillips. Looking for options, looking for support. Gets the support he needs. Good work. Took a deflection, but it falls safely in the hands of Dibble. Defending to do here. Oh, and they've lost it. And it's gone in, would you believe it? Phil Gray. Looked like a push, but the ball broke loose and Gray tucked it away. It's 2-2. Took it well in the end. Wrexham searching for this third goal that'll surely take the points. Substitute loses out. Connolly. Oh, great strike and a good save. Left-footed strike, took a deflection on its way. And Dibble gets a hand to it. Chance here. Penalty, surely. Yes, and given. Skinner brought down. And referee immediately points to the spot. And it's there. And at long last, Wrexham can breathe a sigh of relief as they take the lead yet again here at Luton. Craig Skinner. Keeper went the right way. So what have Luton got left in them? Great performance away from home in Wrexham. Oh, there's a chance here it could get better. And it does! It's Carl Connolly, and it's 4. 2 goals in the space of a minute. Surely that now gives Wrexham the 3 points. And Carl Connolly gets his name on the score sheet again. Took it ever so well. Wrexham in control now. Surely just got to hold out for these 3 points. Marriott will clear that one easily enough. Good work from Oldfield. Oh, there's a break on again. Connolly's away. Keep it to beat. And that's his hat-trick. He can take the ball home. And that's a snazzy dance as well. It's 5 for Wrexham. And it's 3 for Carl Connolly. And more importantly, it's 3 points to take home. The Hatters have well and truly been beaten. Must be only minutes left in the game. 3 points sewn up. This is going to be one of the best performances from a Wrexham side away from home for many a year. And Connolly's free again. Could this be 6? The best away performance by a Wrexham side for 21 years. And the Hatters just haven't got an answer. Hammering well. If Luton come searching for, it could be nothing more now than a consolation. Does well, and he's missed it.
Well, after their 5-2 thrashing of the Luton Hatters, the Robins have returned home to the racecourse ground to take on the mighty Spireites from Chesterfield. Just a week ago, Wrexham FC recorded their biggest league victory away from home in 21 years. So it's no surprise that this afternoon the lineup remains exactly the same as it did at Kenilworth Road. On the bench this afternoon is Russell Ward and young Roberts, a cover for Dean Spink and Carl Connolly. And Chesterfield, well, they've had to make 1 or 2 changes, which is the fact they've had quite a few injuries, but there's no place in the starting lineup for the goal hero in the quarter-final last season, Chris Beaumont. And in his place will be replaced by the ex-Peterborough player Marcus Ebden. Chesterfield won the toss, selected to kick off. And they'll be kicking left to right on your screens. And both teams set up in a similar formation with the 4-4-2. And it's an early touch for Andy Marriott. Corner comes over. Touch on from Jones. Shot from Mark Williams wasn't too far away. Mark Williams certainly recovered from his early knock. Carey, Connolly, Spink. Connolly's there! And it'll go for another corner. And over the top from Curtis. Free kick, Wrexham. Spink turns well, strikes it well, and it's not that far away. All one movement there from Dean Spink. Gregor with the throw. Russell with the cross. Arriving at the back. Oh, a great save! Owen sneaking in round the back. And the Chesterfield captain had to earn his money. Quick check over to the bench. There's no movement over there at the moment, so neither manager's looking to change things. Howard. Hooked in by Brecken. Cleared again by the Wrexham defence. Wilkinson trying to find a way through. Howard with a chip over the top. Good ball from Connolly. That releases Brammer. Spinks with him. Oh no, there's Spinks away. He's got 4 players around him. He gets the strike in. But Millie Mercer does well. And that all came from a great ball from Connolly. Oh, Ward with the artistry. It's Ward, and he couldn't get it through the wall. Now then. Good save again from Mercer. The shot was from Carey. Marriott forward. Carey gets his foot to it. Referee checks his watch. Peter Ward has made a way into the box as well. Spinks there. The young lad's there. Oh, a great save. Right in the dying seconds. Billy Mercer kept his side in it. OK, I'm joined by Andy Marriott. Andy, from your point of view, it was a tough game, really, wasn't it?
It was a tough game, yeah. It was probably the easiest game I've ever had, I think, in the Football League. No shots, nothing to do, really. But, I mean, we could really have won the game. Second half, I thought we played reasonably well. Created 1 or 2 half chances, but we just didn't quite get that little bit of luck for it to drop for us when we needed it.
They're a very defensive side, let's be honest.
Exceptionally defensive, I think, would be the best way to put it. They just simply dropped off behind the ball, kept it 0-0 as long as possible, and then just hope they might nick something from anywhere, I think. But no, we were a little bit disappointed. I think they're a team you need to get an early goal against, because they do find it difficult then to come out and attack you. If we'd have gone 1 up, I think then that would have been the 3 points in the bag. But we just couldn't quite find that little opening that was going to get us the 3 points.
First of all, I'm joined by the gaffer. Is that a point or 2 lost?
Well, under the circumstances, I think it's a point gained. We've played Chesterfield many times in recent years, and again today they've shown that they're a very, very difficult team to break down. They get men behind the ball, try to catch on the breaks, and what's happened this week in terms of, like, Carl Connolly's been off for 2 or 3 days, and he's been off ill. David Brammer's not trained all week. Craig Skinner, who had to come off with a hamstring injury, he's had problems this week, and we've had to readjust the team. So under the circumstances, I think it was a good point today.
What's the situation with Carl at the moment then?
Well, Carl's had a virus. We've had a couple of young players go down with this virus, but I spoke to him first thing this morning, and he wanted to play, which is the important part. He's had a problem with his Achilles as well, which he's got another knock on it today, but hopefully it's not too bad.
The young lad didn't do so bad when he came on, did he?
Yeah, nearly had a dream debut coming on as sub, and the goalkeeper made a particularly good save late on, and it was virtually the last kick of the game, and it would have been nice if that wouldn't have gone in, because him and his brother are here, and his brother's a young centre-half. Neil's doing particularly well in recent weeks. He started the season well, and I mean, if he takes his opportunity, then, you know, I don't really need to go in the transfer market.
I was just going to say to you, is it the philosophy of the club to pick up the youngsters?
Well, it's what the club is run on. You know, it's the lifeblood of the club is bringing young players through, and that's what we intend to do, and that's what we've gained our successes from, and we'll continue to do that.
How do you view the season so far? A bit of a shaky start, but pulling it together now?
I would call it, at this moment, an average start, and if you look at our record since I've been here, it's been the same virtually every season. Our start has been that average, you know, but we've always finished the season strongly. It appears that way now. I mean, you don't look at league tables until 10 games, then you can assess how you have started in relation to how the other teams have done.
From a manager's point of view, what's the future for Wrexham?
Well, what we want to do is continue to play the way that we're playing, put on good performances, and take everything as we come. You know, it's a long old season. We had the highs and lows of last year, you know, with the quarter-final, then just missing out on the playoffs. We've shown that we are a good second division side. What we have to do now is show that we are capable of at least getting to the playoffs and pushing for the Division 1.
I've got to ask you this question. We've just been watching the players sort of out on the field after the game. Is this a philosophy of yours to get them out there after the game?
Well, it's all to do with recovery time. It's important when players train, for example, when they warm up, they have to warm up properly. And after a game, they have to, the word is warm down, because that will reduce the risk of injuries on when you train again. So the muscles have to have time to recover from the energetic exercise that they've had in the game that they've had.
One or two of the stars that you've had in the past have fallen by the wayside a little bit. I'm thinking about Martin Sharp more than anything. He's had a few personal problems, I believe.
Martin, unfortunately, his father was over in America and was taken seriously ill over in America. And, Martin came to me and asked if he could go out there to be with him. And, of course, we agreed to that. And he was been out there for 2 weeks. He came back this week on Tuesday, and he arrived at Manchester Airport at 8 o'clock. He was at the training ground at 9 o'clock and trained that day. You know, that's the sort of professional he is. But Martin will be back soon.
You can't stop the criticism, really. The people are shouting from the sidelines, "Where is he? Where is he?" when people don't know the whole story.
Well, no, I think everybody's aware of what the situation was, that Martin went over to be with his father.
OK, well, thanks for talking to us. And throughout the season, we're going to be chatting to you once or twice to find out how things are going, and hopefully everything will fall into place by the end of the season.
Certainly, Peter. Thanks very much.
Referee this afternoon, John Kirby from Sheffield, age 44. He's a senior auditor. Wrexham attack from right to left of your screens on a sensational afternoon here. So that long ball forward, howls it through, and what a timely interception there by Brian Carey. Andy Marriott then. Oh, this could be a chance for Wrexham though. What a great save by Collett. Still out, danger not over. Ball comes in, and this time it's cleared. It was Wayne Phillips, but Hells, Beadles wide. Come on, Barry. Penrice with the corner. Found Tilson. There's the header back, and it was only just over the top of Marriott's crossbar. Chance for Wrexham, and he blew it. Owen smashes the ball into the clubhouse. Well, one of the barmen will have to get that back. Morris got a score for it. Jones. McGregor. Foster, good header. Penrice away. Penrice. Oh, good ball. Perry. Curitan. Perry again. Gale. Nice play by the big man, but he's just lost his footing a little bit there. It's Spink away. Good try by Spink, it whistled just over. Wrexham moving the ball nicely. Brian Gale really got in a bit of a pickle in that centre circle. He really needed to give the ball quicker. He knows his mistake. Spink, Holloway comes in nicely and gives a ball to a very funny position there. Caused a bit of a sigh amongst the crowd, but it was intelligent, to be honest with you, by Ian Holloway. Don't know whether he meant it or not. Spink again, good try, And he knows how close he was there to putting Wrexham in front. Spink, the liveliest player on the field so far, I think there's no doubt about that. Good. Tilson, chance for Curitan. Well, that was the best opportunity for Rovers so far this afternoon. Curitan was right there, but just couldn't make contact. So this free kick situation, a 5-man Wrexham war. Ramasut, Holloway and Pete Beadle involved in this. Could be Andy Tilson, but it's Ramasut. Scores! What a simple goal, really, that was! Tom Ramasut sends the Memorial Ground into raptures. What a goal! He just picked his spot, and that was that. Brilliant. Well, he'd gone through a bit of a patch of getting caught in possession.
But he was certainly...
Take it from me, Brian, he is not a bad player, mate. I'll tell you.
Certainly badly brought down there.
Yeah, he's the wing wizard here this season, Brian, so we'll see what Holloway does with this. Over it comes.
Not a lot.
Oops!
Oh, that's a
terrible mistake there.
Nice again. That's all right. Oh, is it all right?
I'll tell you what, Brian, you've got confused there with the hairstyles of Gary Penrice and Tom Ramasut. That was Tom Ramasut. You said Penrice, didn't you? Mistake in midfield. That was Ramasut. Very similar hair from up here. I'll tell you what, you won't get away saying that to the manager, though, because I've already had a few rollickings for player recognition. So you will have yours, mate, for that. Yeah. But I could see the similarities, Brian. There he goes there, Ramasut. And it speaks through. Pulls the ball across. Wrexham should have scored. They've missed that opportunity. Will they take this one? Spink really rolled the ball to Kelly, and he should have scored. But Rovers still haven't escaped. Penningham balls it. The ref didn't see it. And then the header comes over. Penrice clearly handballed that. The ref's having a mare, Bry. I mean, I thought looked a free kick. I agree with you there against going against Wrexham. The fans are pretty disgusted with the ref's performance, and he's had a I want to say it, but I won't. It begins with P. Poor game. I'll be honest with you. I think I'll be glad when the game's over and Rovers have the 3 points. Let's just hope they can get them, because the referee, with this clown in charge, anything could happen. And this could be dangerous. Kelly's through, shoots. Well, that was a whisker wide from Kelly. Well, Rovers, I don't know, it's just all over the place. And if Rovers win it, I think I just want the game finished now, to be honest with you. I expect Ian Holloway does as well. Well, I bet Phil Bater's thinking he had an easier time when he played with Clive Thomas in charge, going back in the 70s. I mean, we thought that bloke was a fusspot, but what a game the referee's had today. And if he has a video of it, let him just look at his mistakes, because he's had a mare. Wrexham still pushing forward for that elusive goal. Tom Ramasut chops Marriott, and no free kick given. That looked an obvious one, but Spink gives the ball to Ward. Width now with McGregor. Needs to be tight. There's the ball in. Gale away. Rovers need to defend now. Over the top there from David Brammer.
The referee for this evening's encounter is Mr. Alan Howells from Port Talbot. Three years ago, Wrexham won the last game between the sides in the Welsh Cup final at the National Stadium in Cardiff. Gary Bennett scored 2 goals on that particular occasion. Carl Dale with a late strike for Cardiff City, and Wrexham winning the game 2-1 and became the last nationwide league side to represent Wales in European competition. They went out of the competition, the Cup Winners' Cup, to Patriul Ploiest of Romania, 1-0 on aggregate. As Cardiff, in a changed yellow and blue strip away from home, take the early initiative. And Wrexham and Cardiff, fair to say that both have been inconsistent in their start to their respective league campaigns. Very competitive, of course, encounters, despite the fact that 140 miles separates Wrexham and Cardiff. Still seen as a derby game, a Welsh derby. And the challenge on McGregor is deemed to be illegal. It's a free kick, which Peter Ward will take.
He's a good player as well, this young Mark McGregor here. He gets forward very well. Only a youngster, does very well for his team.
Ward. Well parried away by John Hallworth. Well, it's the first corner of the game, and Peter Ward has scored some spectacular goals in his time at Wrexham.
Got a tremendous left peg on him, Peter Ward. Does this all the time, always goes for goal. Can hit it with pace and a lot of bend on the ball. And John Hallworth just parrying it away.
Quarter of an hour gone, and only one shot on goal so far. And that from Peter Ward with his free kick, which was parried away by John Hallworth. Ward has the ball. Forward by Carey. Controlled by Spink. Chalk. Manages to get the ball across, but not of sufficient quality to trouble the Cardiff defence. Hallworth restarts play quickly. Partridge. O'Sullivan wanting Greenacre to run, gets behind Brian Carey. Support coming up from O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, can he deliver a telling ball? He can, and that wasn't too far away. It was driven across, and it was Scott Partridge with a touch, and very nearly crept in at that far post.
And again, when it comes in, he's a little head up here to see who's coming to the near post. Scott Partridge is on his way into that little gap. Oh, it's a shinner, but again, sometimes those go into the corner. But O'Sullivan does well, picks out his man, hard and firm into the near post. It's a good effort.
Brian Flynn, in his customary position at the racecourse, doesn't join Kevin Reeves and Joey Jones on the bench, just prefers to sit just behind his chairman, Price Griffiths, and a lonely figure, but I'm sure he can keep his thoughts to himself and just assess what's going on. Good vantage point, maybe. 20 minutes gone. Partridge was in an offside position when that ball was played forward, but play is allowed to go on. Penny battling away there with Ward. Good turn by Greenacre. Anthony Cars drives that ball across. It only needed a touch, and Greenacre is sliding in that 6-yard area, and the ball eluded them all.
Hard and low again, slippery surface, bit of rain today, and really, oh, it just needed a toe end, didn't it, from someone. But again, it's a good ball, very difficult to defend against, and not a yellow shirt quick enough to put the ball in the back of the net.
I think it came through the legs of Dave Riddler there, and maybe Chris Greenacre expecting a Wrexham player to clear the ball. Cars again trying to free Partridge. McGregor recovered well and wins the goal kick. Mark McGregor occupying that right side position in defence, made it his own now the last season or so. Heavy rain as well, I would imagine, will make this surface very wet on top and add to the problems, especially if that ball can be driven across. Let go by Fowler, and not quite sure what Dean Spink was doing there, but caused a few problems in that defence. Header comes in, and somehow it's gone away for a corner. Jeff Eckhart with a header, and it was blocked by a red shirt.
It's good pressure from Cardiff City here. Jeff Eckhart We know he can score goals from any sort of position. Trying to header the ball down, hit it on target, but too many defenders in the way.
Final touch off Mark Cartwright. So Cardiff enjoying a good period now. 26 minutes gone. Eckhart again getting up there, but Thomas with a clearance. But back come Cardiff with O'Sullivan. And O'Sullivan was caught by Kelly just as he tried to play that ball wide to Anthony Carrs.
They wanted a little bit more time there, Wayne O'Sullivan.
Fowler with this kick, looking for Eckhart again. It worked on Saturday against Barnet, and Eckhart was steaming in again. Spink. Again, Thomas showing up well, joining and supporting. Chalk trying to torment the Cardiff defence, gets the ball across, but again it's Jeff Eckhart just gets that ball away. Now Cardiff could break here. Fowler skillfully away from Carey. O'Sullivan, Greenacre in the middle, and it's towards Partridge. Good Cardiff move, one end of the field to the other. All started with that defensive clearance from Jeff Eckhart, and they broke quickly with Jason Fowler.
Well, he does well, Jason Fowler, just before O'Sullivan gets it. Not the best of crosses, right very high into the far post, but Mark McGregor not taking any chances.
Cardiff certainly taking the game to Wrexham at the start of this second half. It's their third corner. Again, Jeff Eckhart comes up. It's Fowler this time. It's hit low, it could go anywhere. Greenacre, good save, and away in the end, but that was good save by Mark Cartwright. I think it was Greenacre who managed to turn and shoot.
This really should have been 1-0 because Mark Harris has come flying in, and if he leaves the ball here, Mark Harris would rifle that into the roof of the net. But again, typical striker, nice and greedy, tries to turn on a sixpence and does well to get the shot in.
You said it, Ian. Now then, Dean Spink. Will it drop for Spink? He seemed very slow going for that ball. Just wouldn't drop for him. Better though at the start of the second half. Bit more end-to-end. Thomas was stretching, couldn't get there. McGregor. Spink trying to hold the ball up. Chalk. Good header from Kelly. That's the best from Wrexham in this second half. It was Chalk managing to get wide, and looked like a difficult header for Kelly, and he wasn't too far away. Got away from his marker, but it was just past the post.
Again, Martin Chalk not able to go by his full-back, but he gets a good ball into the near post. Kelly finds that half a yard that you need and didn't get enough contact on the ball. But I thought it was good work from Dean Spink, wasn't it? When he knocked up, he showed great strength. This is tremendous strength here from Dean Spink. Lloyd trying to keep hold of it, good touch, has a little look up to see who's out wide, and then passes into feet. That's good centre-forward play.
Ward tries to go with Kelly for the 1-2. Plenty of strong challenges this particular period of the game, but it's just hooked forward by Fowler. Now then, Cardiff should pick this ball up in the middle of the park, but too much is shown to Carey. And then Carey, Spink. Again, it's not a very good ball, but Wainwright takes up possession, comes inside, tries to place it round Holworth. It took a deflection, an important deflection, and suddenly, in the last couple of minutes, Wrexham just stepping up a gear.
Well, they're able to move it once down the right with Martin Chalk. Now they've got this lad on round the left-hand side. Little deflection. We've seen those go in before, haven't we? Bending in towards the far post. Just missing the upright.
Harris getting the better of Roberts, Neil Roberts. Spink. Wainwright. Feel sorry for Neil Wainwright. He's been running down that left-hand side and not one pass has really reached him, giving him the opportunity to really run at the Cardiff defence.
Dean Spink has really got to knock it into the corner, knock it into the channel so he can open his legs, not be too nice, not be too precise with the pass.
It might drop though to Chalk. Good block. And it was Chris Beach who really recovered well.
Well, we see this so often, a little touch that takes it past all the players from his own man, Mark Harris. Martin Chalk does everything right, gets it down early, looks to hit the target. What a great challenge that is from Chris Beach, and good action.
John Holworth was well placed as well. This is Wainwright. Neil Wainwright, get a deflection and it's just wide. Well, in the short opportunity he's had, he's looked quick and he was very nearly very effective there, Neil Wainwright.
Well, what they've told this boy to do as soon as he comes on, you just take the defenders on. And that's what he's done every time he's got the ball, he's looked to take people on. Come inside on perhaps his weaker foot, but it's a good strike, was heading for the bottom corner.
Wrexham's second, Anthony Carr's to take this. David Penny on the edge of the area, so too is Kevin Lloyd and Jason Fowler. Mark Harris, he's being watched though by, well, no one in particular, and that's in. Cardiff get the breakthrough, and I think it's come off Mark McGregor. I think it might well have come off a Wrexham defender, the final touch. I'll have to see exactly what happened there. There seemed to be a ricochet as it was cleared. This is the ball coming in now from the corner, and it's into the 6-yard area. It's headed up in the air, and oh, it's an own goal off Mark McGregor. Spectacular own goal. Not a Cardiff player near him.
Well, the difference here is, you see, it clears the near post, and it's always a dangerous ball. The defender panics, he tries to lash at it with the top of his foot. Really, it should be a side foot clearance, this, and it's come off his inside of his foot into the top corner.
And Cardiff have looked so well organised at the back. Wrexham will have to produce something special in the last 14 minutes. And, well, Scott Partridge could add to it here, but handball is given against the Cardiff player. But really, I think the goal took everyone by surprise, because there wasn't a Cardiff player near Mark McGregor, and just blasted it past Mark Cartwright. Wainwright delayed his cross, and the opportunity was there, and it comes from Phil Hardy looking for Spink. Downward header just wide. Dean Spink just getting away from the defender, and acknowledges the pass from Phil Hardy.
Now, this is a good response from the Wrexham side to get an effort in on goal. Again, Dean Spink showing his strength. Again, he's got that half a yard. You've got to expect him to get good contact on this. Really, you can see it all the way in his head. Not a bad effort, just grazing off the top of his head, wide of the post.
Cars. And Mark Cartwright called into action. I think he was as surprised as anyone by the goal. Look at the pace of Wainwright though, but still going. Spink wanted the ball, Wainwright might go himself. Well, Dean Spink wanted it played. I think that's inexperience maybe for Neil Wainwright, but it was a great run. He's showing urgency.
He's a confident lad, isn't he? You know, you've got to hand it to him. Does well here. First with his left foot, and then shows aggression to get past Jimmy Rollo. Got that little bit of luck that you need, and there's only one thing on his mind now. He's looking for that top corner, to bend it in that far corner, just over the bar. One or two Wrexham players a little bit upset with him because they were in good positions. But you can see he just tries to whip this into the top corner, doesn't get enough bend on it, and it goes harmlessly wide.
There's something up there from Ian Walsh, who of course scored a memorable goal for Wales against England at this ground a few years back.
Not too many years.
40, wasn't it? 40 or 50.
Silence is golden.
And that's the last kick of the game. Cheers from the Wrexham fans and those Cardiff fans who have made the journey up to North Wales. A few of them behind the goal away to our left acknowledge their supporters and their players, and there's the goal scorer. It's a Wrexham player who settled this game, but he settled it in a favourable way for Cardiff City, who kick off their FAW Invitation Cup campaign with a victory here at the racecourse by a 1-0. So it's Wrexham have played 2. They only have 1 point to show so far for their efforts. Mark McGregor's goal then means that Cardiff City have gained the victory here at the racecourse by a final score of Wrexham 0, Cardiff City 1.